Kevin Holland lost his second fight in a row. He stepped in on short notice to save a fight night main event. Why being a company man is not the smartest choice a fighter makes. Welcome back, bow throwers. This is Throwing Bows. Let's roll. I'm Jose, and I am here with Maria.
Hey, everybody.
And I'm here with John.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
So let's jump in. Round one. Kevin Holland stepped up in competition, filling in for a hurt Darren Till to save the main event for Uncle Dana. Vittori's superior grappling won the day. In post-fight interviews, Holland mentioned that stepping in on short notice may not have been the smartest thing he did. And fans may be jumping off his bandwagon due to the loss. Let's play good idea, bad idea. John, stepping up for Uncle Dana on short notice to save a card, good idea or bad idea for fighters?
I guess it all depends on how it works out. Depends on where you are physically, where you're at in your career-wise, professionally. You got to answer the phone when Uncle Dana calls. And we see what happens when fighters do answer the phone when Uncle Dana calls. That's why we see certain fighters all of the time.
Right.
Now, fighters tell one story, because I'm sure Holland wasn't the only one that got a phone call. But call records show another one. So, you can say one thing on social media, but the call logs will show another one. And I'm quite sure Dana put several calls out to other people before Holland, said, I'll take the fight, before they arrived at the decision to make Holland, the person that steps in.
Got it. So, for you, it's damn near a cost-benefit analysis. It's a cost-benefit analysis. You're saying
Always.
Fighters have to really weigh this option out. It's not a hard yes and it's not a hard no.
No, not at all. Not at all. But you have to make an informed decision, just like anything else in life.
Got it. Okay.
Or if you want to keep it on regular Vegas terms, scared money don't make money. So.
Fair enough. Although Mr. Holland has crapped out 2 times now, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm still on your bandwagon, sir. I haven't jumped off yet. Maria, good idea or bad idea for fighters to answer that phone call when Uncle Dana calls?
I think it depends on what the fighter's goal is. If the fighter's goal is to win a championship, it's probably a bad idea. You're taking an unnecessary risk. Do what you do, prepare for how you prepare for the fights that you actually have, and, let the chips fall where they may in your title contention. But if you're here to make money and you're trying to make sure that you stay employed with the UFC for some time, then you pick up that phone and it's a great damn idea. Because to John's point, you answer the phone for Uncle Dana and guess what happens? You might accumulate a couple more losses than some other folks and not get cut from the roster. You know what I mean? You may get more favorable terms or favorable fights in the future based on you saving a card when they needed you to save a card. Now, listen, it's all the better if you actually win in those situations, but even in a loss, it's still a good idea if your goal is to make money and be in the UFC.
Okay. All right. I see what you're saying. I got you. All right. So let's go. Let's just jump right in. Round 2. Ding, ding. We've seen cult favorites like Cowboy Cerrone take fights without seeming to have a plan on how they're going to capture the gold. They're just taking fights after fights. They're just stepping in. If he was, let's say, at one point the number 7th ranked guy, he would fight the 15th ranked guy. He would fight the 6th ranked guy. There was just no plans, and he would step in if Dana needed him to. So just fighting just to fight. It may have won fans, but it didn't win Cerrone the gold. So let's play Your Honor. Maria, please make your opening argument for fighters taking fights and not worrying about career goals towards a title.
Well, Your Honor, I feel like everything is always relative and subjective. When you say career goals, well, what do you actually mean? Is my career goal to be the undisputed greatest fighter of all time? Is my career goal to at least hold the belt once? Or is my career goal just to make a lot of money and make sure that my family is taken care of? it, Depending on what my career goal is in any given situation, then there's no reason that I shouldn't take whatever fight is thrown my way, because it could, in fact, be working towards what my goal actually is, which is to build a brand, to make a lot of money, to be so well known for whatever I'm well known for. Let's say I'm Cowboy Cerrone. I'm well known for being just a tough SOB that'll fight anybody. I build all of that up by taking all of these fights, and then I turn that into my second and third act. Because guess what? Winning a title is great, but
Mm-hmm.
when that act is done, if you haven't done anything else to build your brand, you're just another fighter who won the gold one time and is going to get asked for an autograph, in the middle of a casino in Vegas. Somebody's going to run up to you and be like, "Hey, champ, I love you. Can you sign this for me?" That doesn't turn into coin. That doesn't turn into a future for your family. So for me, Your Honor, I really do believe that there is a value to being okay with taking fights, however many, whenever, for the sake of securing my future goals, and maybe not so much just a title.
Okay. All right. You went a little Jimmy Flick on me there. For anybody who doesn't know, Jimmy Flick, with just one fight into the UFC, officially retired and said he doesn't need this shit anymore. And he's packing his bags and he's got other goals. So fair enough, Maria, to your point, and I understand what you're saying, that it all depends on what the fighter's goals are. I mean, at this point, let's be honest, Conor McGregor may never ever get another title shot, or he may be 15 fights away from another title shot. He's still spending that money that he made when he fought Mayweather. So he's just like, I got money. That's what I got into the sport for. Okay, I hear your argument. So let's bring Johnny Cochran to the stage. John, your opening statement, why fighters should always think about their career when taking fights.
Well, Your Honor, it's always got to be a risk reward situation in this. What do I hope to gain or lose by answering the phone that either Uncle Dana, Scott Coker, or insert matchmaker and or promotion where you want to? Uh, it's like Maria said in the previous segment. It's all specific to what your goals are, and if you don't know, then your career is going to be all over the place, and you're going to get a mixed bag of results.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I like that. All right. You guys came prepared today. Thank you so much. So let's move into round three, the main event. And let's go ahead and let's go at it. The Hollands, Cerrones of the world, are liked by fight fans for taking on anyone, anywhere. But we do see the fighters that choose their fights, like a Colby Covington, and will not bend for anything less than the fight that they want. So let's role play. John, you're Colby Covington.
Oh boy.
Where chaos? Where is the line between being too damn picky and being inactive for a year and taking any fight Dana offers?
Uh, I got to answer this without trying to be Colby because I find him that repulsive. Uh,
He still hasn't responded to you on Twitter. Maybe one day you might get it.
he's probably not going to. I don't have enough followers yet. I don't move the needle, so why would he talk to me? But I do
Fair
think
enough.
my point is valid. But with that being said, Kobe probably feels a certain way because he did hold a strap, even though an interim strap,
Yeah,
and he never lost it in the cage. Then in his title shot against Usman, he gets his brain beat in.
he did.
Gets his jaw broke. Fights have fallen out. Who knows how many people have hung up the phone? when offered Colby. We
Yeah.
don't know how many people have been offered to Colby, and he has hung up the phone. I,
Okay.
to a degree, I can understand him holding out. I get it,
Mm-hmm.
but we're reaching a point. We've already reached it. He needs to fight
Yeah.
because the reason why Conor's stick works is because he fights. He shows up. If a card needs to be saved, Dana puts the call in, Conor shows up. And then not only does he show up, he backs his play.
Mhm.
He wins.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to be a white trash version of Conor, then you need to fight. You need to pick up the phone and put your name down on the dotted line. That's
Yeah.
all. Or sign it digitally. Whatever.
I like that you brought it into the new millennium. I like that. All right. All right. Okay, cool. So, Maria, then we're going to move on to you. You get to role play Cowboy Cerrone. Is there a
Hmm.
sweet spot, Cowboy, you should have taken early in your career about where to be picky on fights and being active?
I mean, probably, but we look forward, we don't look back. All right? And the reality
Oh,
is
sorry,
that
Cowboy.
while I could have, as Cowboy Cerrone, definitely identified some times between the transition from WEC to UFC, and easily within the first 5 to 6 fights within the UFC, I could have said, yeah, I need to be a little bit more selective, dot, dot, dot. It's also not like he's never had a title shot. So, or I've never had a title shot. And it didn't go my way. That's the past. We don't live in the past. Have you seen the beautiful little children I create? We live in the now and in the future. All right. And what that means is I will take fights even now, even though I'm probably well past my prime, should be hanging them up. I'm going to answer the phone when it comes through, because everything that I've done has led to me being able to build out BMF Ranch. It's led to me being
Oh,
able to have fighters coming to me now to help them prepare for their careers or to further their careers in the UFC. Because outside of holding a belt, I've done it all. And you don't get that breadth of a resume if you don't answer the phone. So, could I have been more selective? Sure. Selection is probably less the issue. I think more the issue for me was how I prepared when I did get the opportunities, because I went into some of those opportunities maybe not as prepared as I should have been.
okay.
Uh, but again, you can be me and you can say, I'm going to make all this coin, build a brand, and secure my future. Or you can be bum ass Colby Covington who's sitting around still waiting, and Lord only knows if by the time he actually fights, anybody's actually going to care. So, yeah.
Wow, Cowboy. Oh, okay, you came in hot there. All right. So, all right, Cowboy. Thank you so much for your time. We'll let you go, and we'll bring Maria back in now because that was definitely calling on something there. So, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Those were our takes. Please leave a comment to let us know what you think, and you can also hit us up at Bows Throwing. That is our Twitter handle. We will answer everything we can as fast as we can. And with that, guys, thank you so much. Peace. We're out.
Bye,
See you
everybody.
next time.